Hi, my name's Kirk. We're here today to talk about the BSA 25 Lone Star. The BSA Lone Star 25 caliber is a very, very nice gun. It handles well. It weighs 7.8 pounds. Very close to 8 pounds, which is a hunting rifle weight. It throws up very easily and is very well balanced. The rifle has some terrific features. One of the things I wanted to point out was the easy access to the probe. The probe has plenty of room for us to put a pellet in and then recock it. It has a two-position safety right here. And the other nice thing is the cocking device. If you pick the gun up and cock the device, you can actually cock it from this position and not leave the shooting position. The rifle is blued barrel, and all aluminum components are anodized black. The barrel length is 23 inch. The overall length is 41.5 inches. The nice thing about this rifle is the fit to finish on the wood and metal. It's extremely good. And it actually, if you bought a fine firearm, it's actually that kind of quality. The other nice feature of this gun is that cheek piece is notable on the right-hand side for a right-hand shooter. But this side is plain, but it's just as comfortable to shoot for a left-hander. The gun is fully ambidextrous. The really nice feature about this is it's beech wood, stained, very consistently stained, and the press checkering gives the appearance of cut checkering. It has a recoil pad, which is a nice touch, which allows it to grip onto the shoulder. And the open sights are a very nice feature on this rifle, so that the beginner can pick it up and shoot with open sights and determine whether or not he wants this to be his long-range rifle of choice. Another nice touch on this rifle is the engraved logo of BSA on the grip cap. The barrel adapter on the end is nice. The cap simply comes on and off easily. The other nice thing about this rifle is how it fits. It fits a variety of shooters from approximately 5'6" to 6'2". They really don't notice the pull difference between the grip and the trigger. One of the things about the rifle is the easy fill. It comes with a probe. The probe has two O-rings, slips into the end easily on a cap that unscrews. The tank is sufficient size to get 30 shots per fill. Fairly small reservoir, but consistent with a lot of power. Does not require cylinder removal. Is easily filled by a scuba tank, carbon fiber tank, or a pump. The trigger is completely adjustable. It's a target match style trigger to begin with, but you can take out some of the over travel and also change the sensitivity of the trigger. We talked about the safety device earlier, but it has a two-position safety, as well as a positive cocking measure, which was the probe, and also the cocking arm has to be cocked each and every time you want to shoot the rifle, so that's a terrific safety feature for especially a young shooter. The only two negative things that I came up with: one, the cocking mechanism for a smaller person or a person with limited strength in their hands may be difficult. That would be an obstacle. The other negative thing is the noise. Without a pellet, the noise range is 118 decibels. That's quite loud. And in order to shoot, you would need to be out in a range area, not a good backyard gun. The BSA comes with a 1-year warranty, and now that we've talked about the function of the gun, looked at it, what we'd like to do is take it out to the range and see how it performs.
Hi, I'm Kip, and today we brought the BSA Lone Star in .25 caliber out to the range for a test. We're going to shoot it at different ranges from 20 yards to 50 yards and see how it does and run some chronograph tests. Come join me. Before we get started, we need to air the gun up and make sure that it has maximum pressure. To do that, we're going to come over to our fill tank, remove the dust cap. We'll insert the probe into the air tank of the rifle, close the hose bleed system, and open the tank to start pressurizing the gun. Always remember with the rifle to cock it before filling and never fill it with anything but clean compressed air. We need to make sure that the gun is filled to the maximum pressure of 232 bar or 3,400 pounds per square inch. Now that the gun is at its maximum pressure, we're going to open the bleed valve to bleed the air out of the hose, pull the probe out, put the dust cap back on, and now we'll be ready to shoot. As I mentioned before, today we're going to be testing the BSA Lone Star in .25 caliber. It's also available in .22 caliber. You can get sights on it as an option, but today we opted for a 5-15 Bushnell Legend scope for the distance that we're going to be shooting. Today we're going to be shooting the 31 grain Kodiak match from Beeman. Pellet selection makes a big difference in the accuracy of your pellet gun. To load the gun, we're going to depress the lever on the right. The bolt probe will come back. Inserting the pellet into the chamber, pushing the probe forward. The gun is still not ready to fire. It needs to be cocked. By depressing the lever at the end of the forearm, cocks the gun and makes it ready to fire. Pushing the safety forward, it is now in firing mode. Now we're going to test the trigger release weight. Now we're going to use our master crony and we're going to test the gun for both velocity and foot-pounds of energy. For the velocity first, we're going to do a 5-shot string and we're going to use the Beeman laser pellet. Lightweight pellets deliver higher velocities, but the energy is less. The Beeman laser averages about 986 feet per second. Now we're going to test the gun for its maximum foot-pounds of energy with the Beeman Kodiak match 31 grain pellet. Pre-charged rifles generate maximum energy when heavier pellets are used. The Lone Star generates an impressive 47.7 foot-pounds of energy with the Kodiak match. Now we're going to take the .25 caliber Lone Star and test it at 20 yards. We're going to shoot a 5-shot group with the Kodiak match pellet. Can't ask for better than a 1/4 inch center to center at 20 yards. Alright, let's stretch it out to 50 yards and see what it'll do out there. Right now the conditions, we have a 5 to 10 mile an hour crosswind, so our point of impact probably won't be exactly where we want it, but we'll shoot it for a group and see what it does. Considering the amount of wind, that's pretty good. 1 1/16 group center to center at 50 yards. Right now we're going to have a little fun and see if we can shoot a few apples and maybe a can of soda pop and see what kind of damage we get out of this 25 caliber. Now for the grand finale. Let's see what the Coke does. Well, that concludes our day testing on the range with the BSA 25 caliber Lone Star. Quiet, we're filming. Ready? Pellet selection does make a big screw. Get it? It was going great. Is that 5? Is that 5 or 4? Don't stand there. Don't stand there. Move. Let's see what we can do on a field target knockover squirrel. You guys got me going now. Shut up, Robert. That's enough. Greg said one-liners. He didn't say paragraphs. Yeah, you thought we were going to be done 30 minutes. We've only just begun. I think that's good. I'm done. Cut.